Hi everyone and welcome to our topic which will focus on the types of investment. So basically today is we will learn these competencies which is you're going to learn how to compare and contrast the different types of investments. So maraming investments na pwede kang gawin at dito ay makukumpara natin yung difference ng bawat isa. And also, no, meron tayong mga measurement or ways no to minimize or reduce investment risk. Okay? Na sa ganun ay maiwasan natin yung mga financial losses. So first is what is investment? Okay? So investment opportunities should be grabbed only when you have extra resources available for such. Okay? So kumbaga, ito yung parang pera na may sobra tayo and for this money no to grow, we put it in investment. Sabi nga dito, but it does not always mean that it should always be grabbed. Okay? It means na minsan no, may mga investment na dapat hindi natin ginagrab due to the characteristic no or due to the risk. Okay, if you're only operating within your means, okay, it means na kung sakto lang ah, yung cash inflow mo, pambayad lang ng mga expenses mo, it is not no okay to have investment. No, mag-focus ka muna in improving your cash flow, okay, and learn to prioritize. So investment can take a backseat first, okay? After all, these opportunities are not always once in a lifetime. So kumbaga no, once you already uh, fix your cash flow, so may mga other opportunities pa namang darating na for you to invest, okay? And if you miss one today, you can grab the next one soon enough. You just need to keep your eyes open. So investment should not be your main source of income unless you are a stockbroker or an insurance salesman or an investment banker. You should not heavily rely on the income coming from your investment. So sabi nga dito no na parang dapat no yung investment should not be your primary or main source of income. Okay? Dapat is ginagawa mo lang siya for you to appreciate or for you to grow your money. Except na nga lang daw kung ito yung mga trabaho mo, yung stockbroker, insurance salesman, etc. So, one good reason is that your investment generate income and or cash flow that are largely dependent from your main line of business. Okay? So, hence, reliance on the inflows coming from this asset would create a feast or famine condition. So, kumbaga class, no, yung uh, yung income na nagge-generate sa investment, no, are basically pwede mo siyang gamitin for your other goals and pwede rin naman na yung yun nga yung pera that will be generated from your investment can be used for your leisure, 'di ba? So this means heavily relying on the resources that this asset may generate given that they do not produce regular cash flow. Okay? So kumbaga minsan loss, minsan gain ka sa investment. And might take you a very prosperous one moment and then very unfortunate the next. Investment require additional risk taking. Okay? Investment are quite risky asset. A person planning to invest must be able to learn how to take risks. And it is from this risk that the investor earns. So, dapat na bilang future investors, alam natin yung mga possible risks and gaano ba kataas yung risk na to and are we willing to take those risks. So, there are different types of investment, no? First is the fixed income and equities, okay? Second is the alternative to fixed income equities and other investment assets. So, let's talk each of one. First is the stocks, no? So dito sa stocks, no, it is a type of security that signifies ownership. So parang nagmamay-ari ka rin ng company once you buy stocks, no? And it represents a claim on the part of the corporation's assets and earnings. Ang advantage, unlimited upside, meaning Pwedeng unlimited ang earnings mo once you invest in stocks. But the disadvantage, hindi siya guaranteed, and ito yung pinaka-riskiest, no, of all assets, no. It can even take more than 50%, no, of your money in just one day. Imagine that. So you have to be careful with this one. Second is the bank deposits. Okay? These are considered fixed income and may place into a banking institution for safekeeping. So, ito yung common type of investment, and the availability of funds also depends on the investment open. So, may mga types of bank deposit tayo. We have the current account, savings account, and time deposit account. So, sa current account, checking account do not earn interest, no? So, itong current account na to, normally ginagamit to, for example, for payroll purposes, para at least, ano, yung walang limit, no? Yung account na to. Pwede kang maglagay ng maraming funds. Savings account earns interest but not that significant, okay? So, savings account, nag-earn siya ng interest pero hindi siya ganun kalaki. And time deposit account earn the highest interest rate, and it is not always available for withdrawal. No? Kaya nga siya time deposit kasi you have to retain your money over time. So, itong mga to, bank deposit known income based on outstanding principal and current interest rate. And shorter if any holding period, no, versus bonds. So, yun yung advantages, no. Ang disadvantages, lower interest rate versus the bonds, and settlement risk if the bank closes. So, yun yung disadvantage, no, ng mga deposit. So, yung bonds naman is actually a fixed income. It is a debt investment where an investor loans money to an entity which borrows the funds for a defined period of time at a variable or commonly fixed interest rate. So, parang yung business or yung company umutang dun sa mga investors. So, ang advantage nito is that it is known periodic payments for a certain period. Kumbaga, automatic yun, may natatanggap ka, no, for a certain period. And advantage is it cannot lose money if one investment is held until maturity. So, yun yung kagandahan nun. And the disadvantage if not held until maturity or pre-terminated, investor can gain or lose depending on the prevailing interest rate. So yun yung disadvantage, no, na pag hindi siya umabot sa maturity date o it was pre-terminated, hindi mo makukuha yung expected mo na interest, no. So if the interests are higher, investor invest in bonds can lose in pre-termination. So, there are also alternatives to fixed income and equities. So, yung tinatawag nating mutual funds, which is an investment that is made up of a pool of funds collected from many investors for the purpose of investing in stocks, bonds, and similar assets. And can be short-term or long-term. So, itong mutual funds na to, ito yung parang pool nga of funds na pinagsama-samang mga pera ng iba't ibang tao, at yung pera na yun, binibili din siya ng stocks, bonds, and other assets. Ang advantage nito, it gives small access to professionally managed, diverse portfolios of equities, no, bonds, and securities, which would be quite difficult, no, if not to create a small amount of capital. Imbes na malaking pera ang gagamitin mo sa mutual funds, mas maliit, no, yung magiging parang investment mo, and pagsasama-samahin yun, and i-manage siya ng isang professional. Ang disadvantage is that you have to pay for management fees dun sa nagmamanage, and the values also fluctuate, meaning yung gains na nare-receive mo, pwedeng positive, pwedeng negative. So, meron din tayong tinatawag na unit investment trust fund, no? So, katulad ng mutual fund, pero ito ay minamanage ng bangko. Okay? So, parehas lang, ang advantage ito ay parehas lang sa mutual funds kasi pool of funds din siya. Okay? And it is easier access because clients can open an account in any branch of the bank near them. So, kumbaga, pagka nag-open ka ng savings deposit, pwede ka na rin mag-invest sa unit investment trust funds. So, ang kagandahan nito is no entry and management fees. Ang disadvantage is no shareholder rights for investors such as dividends and voting rights. Kumbaga, pag nag-invest ka sa UITF or Unit Investment Trust Fund, wala kang karapatan as investors dun sa mga dividends or even sa voting right. So let's have some definition of terms. We have the management fee, which is the amount that clients pay to the professionals, no, who manage the mutual funds, normally a certain percentage of portfolio value. So ito yung binabayad natin, no, dun sa mga professionals who manage the mutual funds para lumago. The next one is dividends. Okay, these are distribution of the company's income to its shareholders. And we also have voting rights, which is the right to be heard on certain policies that the company wants to implement. So there are also other investment assets, no? We have the currencies, no? Kung saan itong currencies ay basically, no, ito yung mga dollars, no? Ito yung mga euros, okay? Kung saan we try to buy it low and then we sell it on a high value. So, ang advantage nun is, syempre, ito yung pinaka-largest market in the world. Syempre, no, maganda siya in terms of trading volume and liquidity. Unlike stocks and commodities, no, currency itself is a medium of exchange. So, ito na mismo, no, pag nagpapalit ka ng currency, dollar to peso, is, 'di ba, napakadaling mag-transact. Ang disadvantage is that it's very volatile, no? Pwedeng magbago yung value ng pera in just one day kung hindi mo closely na monitor. And generally, it uses margin trading such as allows clients to be more than their capital. So, kumbaga, minsan, nalulugi ka rin kasi nga, nabibili mo ng gantong ng mas mababang presyo pero minsan, no, hindi talaga tumataas yung value. Pag commodities naman class, no, ito yung mga katulad ng gold, nickel, and oil, no. Kung saan, ang advantage nun is, it is a natural hedge against inflation kasi tumataas yung value, no, nung gold, no, nung mga nickel, etc. And it negatively correlated with equities bonds, no, that may be used for diversification. Okay? And it also hedge against geopolitical risk. Kumbaga, pag may mga problema sa isang bansa, no, politically, and yun nga yung gold, no, these resources could be used, no. And same as currencies, no, ang disadvantage nito, so pwedeng magbago in just 24 hours and impractical to invest directly considering the storage, no, and transportation. Kasi kung magtatago ka ng gold, nickel, you will be needing more secured storage. And the last one is, and the next one rather is real estate, kung saan bumibili ka ng lupa or house and lot, no? Tapos papaupahan mo, okay? O kaya lupa, i-resell mo pag tumaas na yung value. So, syempre, tumataas yung value nito over time. And, no? Kung yan naman ay rental, pwede mo siyang, yun nga, magkaroon ka ng monthly income using the rental, okay? Ang disadvantage nito is medyo mataas ang capital at mataas din ang maintenance. At minsan, no, mahirap din siyang ibenta. Another investment is the insurance, kung saan ito yung contract policy na it is a protection, no, in case na you live long, no, meron kang matatanggap na pera. In case you pass away, meron din matatanggap na pera yung ay iwanan mo. Okay? So, for those insureds, syempre, no, it can be that money that they invest in insurance can be used for unforeseen financial consequences. Okay? And kagandahan nito, may provide certain tax benefits such as tax deductibility and tax-free provision kung saan pwedeng maliit or walang tax na kukunin dun sa marireceive mong benefits. Ang disadvantage, medyo costly ang insurance, no? Meron din mga traditional insurance na wala silang mga other benefits like the sickness death, no? And some companies, no, can go bankrupt. Okay? So, may mga insurance companies na nalulugi din. So, there are other related terms such as liquidity. Ito yung ability to convert assets into cash. Margin trading. Ito yung, it allows clients to trade more than their capital. And it can magnify both earnings and losses. Inflation, pagtaas ng berihen. Hedge is yung parang you're trying to mitigate the risk, no? Pwede mong bawasan yung risk through hedging. Diversification, mag-invest ka sa different kinds of asset, no? Meron din tinatawag na geopolitical risk kung saan ito yung parang pwedeng mga foreign policy, no? And other factors that affects, no, the country. Correlation is basically yung movement, no, of one asset to another. Okay? So, may positive correlation ba ang pagtaas ng economy sa pagtaas ng presyo ng real estate? Parang ganon. Escalation clause, ito yung mga agreement no, to raise prices in future depending on certain circumstances. Example is the increasing inflation leading to higher rental rates, diba? So, ganun yun, no? May ka namang extra escalation clause. Then, we also have insurance premium, kung saan ito yung amount na binabayad natin on a regular basis to insurance. Okay? And the BOL or the Variable Universal Life, ito yung nag-o-offer ng both investment at life insurance. So that's all and thank you so much.